Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Yes, I've restarted it, but it's members only. So it's, yeah, YouTube members only, so I've limited the people that can play it. But yeah, it's certainly going again. Obviously, I've made a nice and hard experience for people to have a run around in. How are you? No space for it. That damn chicken's gone. Could have done with that chicken. Is that empty apart from the food? Yeah, that can be filled then. Oh, it had good water in it last time, so we'll fill it up. Still playing Eternity. Yes, I am. Yeah, I love Eternity. But I'm probably not going to overly stream it because obviously there's too much chance of people using the data you're giving to raid you. Whereas this, people would have to live long enough to raid you. And yeah, somebody might stream snipe me on this, but it's a lot harder to stream snipe on a server where you can't select your spawn location and you don't have unlimited running and you don't have many access to guns. Just got to message somebody a second. No, didn't get raided, but I do understand that by showing off my base location on stream, I've got a far higher chance of being raided, because I have been in the past, by someone that said they raided me because I stream. So, not willing to put the team through that again. It isn't just me to worry about, there's 2 other people in the team. So, and I don't mind being raided, but as long as it's fair. And it isn't fair if someone watches your YouTube stream, works out which server you're on, and then comes and hits you. Because that's unfair intelligence. But you can't prove that they did that, so it's better not to stream the server that you are on with the team, because you're risking more than just yourself, is how I see it. And I'm a base builder. So unfortunately, I have to have one server that I play, this, on stream, and one server that I play off stream. I think long term, once I've moved, then I'll record Eternity, and at the end of each wipe, produce a video showing a condensed version of the wipe. But I can't do that till after I've moved, and I'm not in a position at the moment to record everything and do that sort of, and edit it and work on it. So I'm not even going to attempt that until after I've moved. But ultimately, that's what will happen. So, I'll show off the members-only server, streaming a couple of times a week until after the house has gone through the sale and I move. Hi, John. I think it's just right. I think it's just right, Eternity's AI. It used to be a lot more. I don't expect people to. People don't have to. If people want to become a member, they can do, and they can play this. It's a survival server. There's no trader. You only get a map when you find a map. But if you do become a member, then you'll have access to the password. And it changes every time that memberships change, and monthly, or I have to do any major updates. Just to, if people stop paying for membership, then they lose it. Yeah, but once you get out of starter towns on Eternity, you'll find less of them, and they'll spawn in. So if you're staying in, like, so, sake of argument, Svet gave me 5 when I first spawned in, but once I got clear as, no, I don't have any AI. Once I got clear as Svet, then it wasn't a problem. And once you get higher armed, they're a problem in the airfield. They're a problem in Tissy. They're a problem in tier 2, 3, 4 areas. But once you get a good weapon platform, they're not a problem anymore in starter towns. So Eternity, a year and a half ago, had a lot more AI. And the server kept crashing. So they went back to the drawing board. They limited the maximum amount of players that can play to 60, and they reduced the AI dramatically to make it a bit more balanced. But they do AI well. You know, the AI that spawn in starter towns can't hit you for toffee and have pistols and shotguns. So unless you're up close and personal when they hit you, you'll survive. If you've got something, you know, you get enough time to react and shoot. You'll earn off it stuff that you can sell black market. But the traders in harder areas are more likely to kill you. And like at black market, there's a 25% chance that it will spawn in an end game AI who hits you very hard, but carries far better gear. Same at the airfield, same at Tissy, and same at, I think, one other location on Eternity. 25% chance on each server restart that area will spawn hardcore AI. But as you go up the map, when you hit the airfield and you bump into AI, they've got 5.56 and above and wearing body armor. And their accuracy's turned up. If you go into the labs, I've not been there, then you get endgame AI. But the AI just carry loot. Loot that you can sell to black market and turn into money. It's so easy to make money on that server. It's probably too easy to make money. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was. Though I've been back there since and not bumped into him. I've just bumped into one with a 5.56. That was a challenge. So my zombies on this server are harder. They move slower, but they are harder. No, I fought AI that had 76254. By killing him, I got the 76251 actually. NATO 762. I do have a tapper, but I got a tapper out of a locked crate that AI was guarding, but Chuckles took the AI out with 2 mags of 5.56 that burst at their legs to not hit the armor. It was quite a little fight yesterday morning, maybe? Yeah, yesterday morning. Yeah, it's not, my server's not impossible, John, but it's not impossible if you take your time and think about it, isn't it? If you run in thinking it's going to be a normal vanilla server, this server's not, it's not going to forgive you the server. It's going to cause you pain. You have to treat it with a little bit differently. On my servers, you have to think a bit more. You have to slow things down. It's baby steps, yeah. Play every day? No, I don't play on Wednesdays because I work I work 7 o'clock in the morning till 10:30 at night on a Wednesday. I don't work Tuesday evenings or Thursday. I don't stream Tuesdays or Thursdays because I'm normally away doing something. Though I won't be for the next month. So I don't have a regular schedule, which doesn't help me. You know, I realise that in a perfect world I would have. But real life's more important than gaming. Yeah. Yeah, John, that's right. It's baby steps. It's taking your time. It's just looking at the terrain, thinking about what you're going to do. I know I'm looking now for a bush to get sticks from because I need to make bolts because the crossbow is fine. The pistol I've got no mag for. I don't yet have a firearm. That'll do. So one of the things we run on this server is a 70% nerf of loot. We do have a gun pack on here, but we don't make it easy to get to them. So when you do find a weapons platform of reasonable quality and mags and ammo, losing it because you die is the worst thing in the world. And that's how it's meant to be, in my humble opinion. That's worn. Damage, we'll use the damage one to make bolts. There we go. I am full white for all my stats and all my gear is worn. Yeah, but it's not a quick process, is it, John? It's not like that's something that happens all the time. That's because you spent hours on here building up to it. Yeah? You didn't spawn in like that. And the first time you played it, you died a lot. Map is Chernarus. I don't have any commands. It's Chernarus. But it's Chernarus with a summer build to the grass. Also on here, the only way you get a map is if you find a map. Yeah. And you know, John, you could go to Tissy, get swamped by Zeds, and it will all be over. You'll be back on the beach. Yeah. Or you could jump in a car, the game could glitch out, and you could be back on the beach. And because I don't offer any support on here, apart from to do updates, if somebody says to me, I jumped in a car and the game crashed and I lost all my loot, I'll be like, oh, well, it's only pixels. So my brain says the world went to shit 12 years ago, approximately, in DayZ lore. 13 years ago, maybe. The grass would now be slightly longer. It would be less kept there'd be less loot around, which is why I do the 70% nerf of loot. Players would be fighting over every last scrap. Things would be ruined now or badly damaged in the world because they've been sat there for 12 years. So that's how they should be on a survival server. Everyone thinks differently. So my version of survival will be different than someone else's version of survival. My version of survival is less loot, more damaged items, needing to find a map to have a map, the ability to live underground, harder zombies because they've evolved slightly, no airdrops at the moment, maybe in the future, but certainly not at the moment, no loot crates, no trader. If you don't, like, I've got a map on me now. If I take the map off and I try and press M, nothing happens. So you need to find a map or get a map for your map to work. And then you can set icons. You can put down quality of life RV points and move to them. But someone else will play my servers and will turn around and say they're not hard enough because they play servers that have got the Tedger skill set on. I don't like it. I think that's too hard for me. And you've got to enjoy the server you play. Other people will say it's not hard enough for something else. Right then. Now, what's that? 45 over 70. I don't have any of that. Do I? No. I've got to run. No problem, mate. Thanks for being here. Always appreciated. Yeah, so my skills thing works with that one. So you slowly build it up and then you can put points into things. But John will vouch that a week ago when we first went live, it was too easy to upskill. So I had to wipe the server and start again and change how hard it was to upskill. It is now, that's actually going to be your biggest problem. If you die, looting up's easy. Losing those skills that you've got currently, that you've built up, that you've spent time working on, losing them is a nightmare. Hello, Mr. Fox. And now I've doubled it, John, basically. So what was 1,000 XP per level is now 2,000 XP per level. So it'll take twice as long to level up. Which I think's about right. And if you die, you should lose everything. I might need to play with those settings because you are technically a fresh life. Yeah. So I now I really need a knife. Because I've only got 2. And this life might not play out the way I want it to. I also know that I'm looking at this place and think I thought I was on Eternity for a moment, where I don't run in these unless I'm ready for a firefight. But we've got 2 boxes of nails so far. I sort of know where I want to live. Or my initial base. base number 1 will be a 1-door base, which is my rearm base. You said, John. So I'm thinking we'll hit the military over there and see if we can get another knife out of it. You never know. We might be lucky. I don't think you can repair crossbow. I think it's a BI limitation. I've tried gun cleaning kit, that didn't work. So it might be putty, but I think you can't repair them. But I don't think it's a major problem. There's enough on the server, and they're spawning all over in farming and hunting, that you can replace it. And it's too big once you get some good gear that you'd want to carry this all the time. You're loving the server. You always do love my servers, John. But thank you. You always enjoy what I give people to play. Yeah, if you get the wrong town on my server now, it's difficult, isn't it? But I'm kind enough to give people... Got vest and backpack out of it. Yeah, I'm kind enough to give people a knife, a can of drink, and some fruit. You know, bandages and iodine. Ha! So I don't really want to use my knife anymore and any more bolts because it'll ruin it when I'll need it for something else. So we might have to be a bit careful about fighting zombies now. Actually, that was stupid, wasn't it? There was a stone back here, wasn't there? I normally wouldn't care. Was there a stone? There it is. Because they float just above the railway because the placement's wrong. There we go, we've got a knife. We could do with another chicken because that was helping firing the bolts. I might spawn some more carbon in because the crossbow's quite good for this server, but having the carbon bolt and forcing people to use a crossbow, which is shit against players but quite good against Zeds, the carbon will small game is not a bad thing. I don't want firewood, I want normal stick before we push into the military, which is that way, isn't it? I prefer railway tracks because I see them floating. It's just me. And I don't follow trails. I tend to go more a direct route that I know. But each to their own job. That's the great thing about DayZ. We've all got different ways of playing it. Actually, and technically, trails aren't better for small stones. Their spawn is either railway tracks or trails. If you spend more time running trails, you'll find more of them. If you spend more time running railway tracks, you'll find more of them. Because they're not linked to... I spawn more on trails and less on railway tracks. It's just a railway track or trails, a maximum of 100. Yeah, players will do that until you learn where the gas zones are. Another battery. Another battery. Need footwear. That's my problem now. The story of my life in DayZ. Need to find some combat boots. That's what I need to find. Or next time I find a sewing machine, deploy it and repair my boots to pristine. Yeah. I mean, I'm spawning in combat boots. No, jungle boots maybe this time. It might be jungle boots I'm spawning in pristine this time. And I've not assigned them tiers. I've just said military. So they'll spawn anywhere in military. Oh, jungle boots worn. Okay, so it must be combat boots still then. Magpul. Hecklercock. G3. Aim point. Will it fit this one? The answer to that is probably no. More importantly, where's it put it? It has put it to there. We've still got a piece of fish left, or have we eaten all of that and we've only got a potato left? No, we've got a potato and a piece of fish left. Actually, let's move that across, that across, that across, and free up some space. Put that down there, and that. Spare rags can go there. Bring that. We can sort this out later. Magazine on it. Was it 45 ACP? Do I have any 45? No. Right. And DMR scope. Forget that. Okay, we need to sort our loot out. Sorting loot out in a military camp, though, is a bad idea. We need to go footwear hunting, that's what we need to do. I've got lots of 9mm, and I've got one mag here of 45 ACP. Well, not even a full mag, I've got 6 rounds, but ammo's so sparse on this server that sorry, ammo's plentiful, weapons are so sparse that I'm reluctant to let go of the pistol. When I've got some magazines I can load and I can sort through my loot and decide what I'm doing. Eat the piece of fish, eat the potato. Sort things out slightly. Throw that away. That can go in there. That can go in there. Come back there. Go there. Okay, that's a better nick SSG mag. Let's unload that one. Spare fishing hook can go on my hat. Spark plug probably not needed. Pistol can go there. Actually, that can go there. Ammo, ammo. Pistol can go there. So the 2 pistols ready to go. Let's keep the potato for emergencies. Eat the fish. What's in that? 308? Yeah. Remember, vehicles will despawn if not under flag protection, John. And you've got no way of locking it. So somebody find your vehicle, unless you've got parts of it off the vehicle, they could steal it. And that's on purpose. I don't want it to be a... I love playing modded servers with car locks and raiding and all that different way of doing things. Thoroughly love it. But that's not what I make. There's lots of people that make those type of servers far better than I ever will. So I don't make them. I make this. And it's a unique. Most people hate it. I think vanilla DayZ is too easy. But I like some quality of life. So we've got Mars bars and cans of Red Bull and crackers and food that you wouldn't normally find. No, I realise that, John. There's about 5 people that are playing this reasonably regular. More, you all week, but them just at weekends. You know, I'm on here today. I might be on tomorrow night. I won't be on... I might be on Tuesday. I won't be on Wednesday. I might be on Thursday, but probably not. I'll probably be with Chuckles on the Eternity, and I won't be streaming that. I'm hoping my footwear will last to Ballotta. M&M's, yep. Yeah, I understand why people don't allow you to build anywhere on servers, but I do, because it's the end of the... Well, that scope is about as much use as a chocolate teapot, isn't it? Will it help with the battery? No. It's better that way, isn't it? On this server, that's God tier, isn't it? Finding Tetra. Which is why crossbows are fine to start with, but you don't really want them long term. They're not very accurate. They're not very good. They're not as good as the old expansion one that was removed when BI brought it in themselves. Good choice. I'm a 416 fan. Scar H, on this server now you've got one weapon with an interchangeable barrel, if you can find it. Right, damaged or badly damaged. Well, we'll take the badly damaged up. So you can have one platform and you can have 7.62 barrel and a 5.56 barrel for it. Yes, it is. The BI's version of a Scar is, yes. We're coming into night time, aren't we? That's going to be painful. I mean, we're alright for food now because we've got a piece of rope. Hunting shop. It feels very The Last of Us now. End of the world. Bad weather. My character's cold. Good. Well, they should be. I've left them in. I've not removed anything this wipe like that, mate. All I've removed is the combination locks. Everything else has stayed in. So if players want to use a map and a compass conventionally, they can do. Some people like that world. Not me. But I've left them all in. I didn't want to spend hours editing the types file. For every time that BI roll out an update, I have to start editing it all again. It's easier not to. So just a 70% nerf right across the board, and then slightly increase certain items. Yeah, silver compass. And then the prismatic is the gold one with a sighting window. Prismatic should be in mils though, not degrees. I'm tempted to give players a watch. So you know what time it's going to be on the server. Tempted, not guaranteed yet. Okay, mate. Petrol station is there. Worth checking for a lighter, isn't it? Because lighters work when wet. We've got a roll of that, but it's damaged. Let's take that one that's got more on it. Repair of crossbow. Alright then, we need a pair of boots, guys. Train spawn event. They're not normally here, are they? Two bolts. So I've got to make every bolt count. Welcome back, John. I've got 200 grams of tobacco sat next to me that I haven't been near yet. Of Golden Virginia. Two more carriages. Get an XP boost. Streamer loot. Oh, Putty repairs crossbows. Just so you know. A bowl of food. It's what you make with a cooker. That one's been a little bit used, so let's take the one that's not been used. Yeah. Coffee makes a difference. That's why you want a coffee machine. Right, we need a fire. Trouble is, it's coming into night time, and a fire is not a safe thing to do. Yeah, you have a coffee machine in base. You can make those cups of coffee. Have a sewing machine and a sewing kit, and have a cooker and a blue gas canister. You can make those bowls of food. And my hydration and food is still going up. Basically, you put meat inside and vegetables inside the cooker. You turn it on, and it makes a bowl of food for you. You carry the bowl of food. Which is why I quite like it. I don't have a problem with it, because you have to find the stuff, get it home, put it into your base, find the items to make them work, to get that better quality of life. Now, what we want is a Alice Bergen, or Para Bergen, depending on where you are in the world. Now, field vest or badly damaged. Stab. Stay with stab. Field vest would give us more storage, but the stab vest is a bit of anti-zombie. How's that? Damaged. .45 ACP, we needed that. Let's do away with that. We'll take that. Right, back to the pillbox. We can use a bottle suppressor now to... We'll use a bottle to make a bottle suppressor. Oh, shit. Oh, we've got Tetra, haven't we, somewhere? Damaged. Minor damaged. Those have spawned in damage, so they're less damage than mine. Oh, they're assault boots. If they were combat boots and they were spawning in damage, we'd have a problem on our hands. Right. Let's do some sorting loot out. Mag out of that. .308. Got a bit more .308, haven't we? It's freed up a bit of space. Aim point can come up to here. Right, what can we condense? 9mm, 45 ACP. 4.6 is for the MP7. I'm not going to pick that up. I'll throw away the 50 cal. We'll throw away the 357. We'll throw away the 380. We keep the 9mm. We'll merge those. Emergency Tato. Take that down to there. We can have 2 stacks of those. We need to keep the aim point. We need to go into the woods over here and make some more bolts. Good shout, John. I don't play enough survival servers, do I? That's my trouble. It's only because it's paid up till January. And then hopefully by next year we'll have a proper server that doesn't cost me anything to run. Because apart from the cost of electricity. That's the aim anyway. Because then I can have AI on if I want them without it being a problem. Actually, there's no point doing it for one. Might as well do it for a full stack. You've been spoilt. You like my server, I get that, mate. So do others. There's a few people that do play it. I think they just like the fact that it's hard but not impossible. Because a lot of the hard servers can be impossible. Where here it's you against a server. You might meet a player and then I'd expect you to kill each other. But it's really you against a server. It's a PvE survival server that PvP is fully allowed on. Right, if we swing round through the woods, there's some more tented there. And then down to the bottom where there's some more buildings again. I would have liked an Alicebergen. That's what I would have liked, but I'm happy that we're still alive. We've still got a bit of food on us. Come on. I need your Bergen. That was ruined anyway. It's 36 slots and I've got 35, so I only would have gained an extra slot. There's only smoke. Oh, it's only 9:16 in the morning, so it isn't coming into night time. It's not fair giving me a sig mag. BDU crap hat in AW or Flectarn Jungle. We'll stay with Flectarn Jungle, I think. MPA, what is it? What caliber? 9x19. What space does it take up? Hardly any. And it will carry a lot of ammo. So we'll use this as a method of carrying ammo. One of those now sitting in the locker for storage using Burlet backpack. So that will carry my 9x19. That's that. Now what's that? That's a CZ75. We've got one of those already. That's worn. Mine's worn. Let's unload this. Bin that off. Reload that. And we'll use this as a way of carrying ammo. No, it takes up. It would take up 2 slots anyway because of the amount of ammo I've got. Okay. At least it's not raining now. Right. Carry on down the field. We all know where I'm going. Bottom left. Because I tend to get good luck out of that place. That's sometimes good for pistols up there. I might be adding tomorrow potentially another mission. It's a PvE mission thing, but it should work on the server. So there'll be more quests that you can do. Handrail for a Mac. Nah, it's alright. That's up at the farm. But I shall see. I've got to read up on it a bit more, because it looks like it's made for PvE and it looks like they're co-op missions. But it's whether we have them. Box of 9mm. Right, we need to go and fish and have food. That's going to be the next port of call. Yo, Goblin, Gobby, what's up? Hi there, how are you? I'm surviving. Badly. Could have done with footwear out of that. Shame that we didn't get any. But we're doing okay. Could have done with a better rucksack, but again, it's life in it. And right, if we push up to the coast, and fish at that one. That'll warm us up as well, won't it? And solve the clothing problem. And we might find some footwear up here. We'll see. What would you have done differently if you were given a second chance? What would I have done differently if I was given a second chance? In life or in the game? In life, the last time I spoke to my father before he died, I would have been nicer to him. Just what I've always wanted, M&Ms. Look at that. Food. In the game? I don't know. That was a bit realistic, wasn't it? As in life or in the game. Yeah, I don't want matches. They get wet and don't work. I don't have a dry bag at the moment. So if we follow the coast down, it gets the same objective. That's okay. Dad died back in '94. But in very basic terms, he said something to me. And I replied very, very, not very nicely. And he died 24 hours later. And it's probably my biggest regret. It took me a long time to work out that that's life, and that's what happens with people. Maybe I'd have treated my ex-fiancée better if it wasn't a dad-related thing. Don't want any 380. Right then, so we need a stick. We don't need to fish now, do we? But we could do with a fire. So if we're going to have a fire, we might as well fish at the same time. Since the start of your life, what would you have done differently, like school, work-wise? Work, I'm happy with where I am. Took me a long time to get to that point, but I'm more than happy with where I am work-wise. School doesn't really bother me. School got me what I needed to. I don't think school's a be-all and end-all. I think that people put a lot of emphasis on education. And you don't... I'm not saying you don't need to. Education's important. But I don't think it's as important as people make it out to be. There's other ways of surviving out there in the big wide world. Okay, John. You know, I don't have a degree. I work in a job that's quite a good job. It took me a long time to get into this feature and where I am. I don't earn particularly good money, but my quality of life's amazing. But it's education is not as important as people make out. It is if you want to go to university. It is if you want to follow that route. But if you don't, I don't think education post-16 is as important as people pretend it is. Most people are more impressed in the business world that you'll work hard, you can read and write, and you'll work hard than they are with someone that has a degree, because all that proves is you can learn. And if you're going into a job that's not learning, what's the point? But some people differ with me on that one. That's my thoughts on it. And that we need to save. We'll dump that one, because we can always get another one. We'll come back. I'd rather not come back for the fish. restaurant, that one there. I needed to pick that stick up. It's got my rope attached to it, hasn't it? Let's hopefully we can find it again. There we go. I also think 11 to 13 years of school is kind of a waste. Education is important everywhere, even in hustling, but you have to have a grasp of stuff of what you're doing, history and geography too. But in my defence, you could probably make school 8 to 9 years long and still be good enough. Agreed, 100% agreed with you on that one. I think so what I hated about school was primary school, fine. Secondary school was all about getting a qualification to get me into college, and from college to get me a qualification to get me into university. I'm not the type to go to uni, so why did I need to do all of that? And the system thinks that you need to. It's ruined. Break that one down. And I get that that's what the system does, and that's what it's all about, but it just wasn't for me. I wasn't I'm somebody that education was wasted on me. Now I've got another one of those which we'll use. And now we'll get a bit of paper out. Get that lit. Burn that. Burn the knife. Move that across. Keep that for emergencies. I don't really want to use a knife up on it at the moment. That's fine. That will have to be fine. Unload that. They tell you that, but top universities don't really care about grades all that much. They just want interesting people. People are different. It's a bit scuffed when you talk to teenagers for fun. For none. I burn that mag. That goes there. Goes there. Got any more 556 I can put in that? Yes, is the answer to that question. Goes there. Bring that across, that across. Got 3 tapper up there, put that up. And that up. Take that down to there. Pistol across to there. Okay. But I'm 54 in a month's time. 54, 55, something like that. I've had a good life. I've ended up where I want to end up. Life's not too bad. I don't have that many regrets. A few. But you'd expect to in 50 odd years on the earth. If you haven't got a few regrets by this point, something's wrong. I think as long as you've made a positive impact on the planet and you've been better, you've been nice more than you've been horrible, then that's all that really matters. Right then, so let's keep the fish in there. Put that in. That in. No. That in. That in. The stone in. Put that back in there. That there. That there. I've got 2 slots left there. Yeah, you know, it's... people worry an awful lot. You know, I didn't keep the spark plug, did I? Ooh. 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 The way to look at my servers, it's vanilla done right, maybe. Right, if we... I'm still aiming for where I know we're low on fuel. I get that. Right, we're hugging the coast. still going to push down to the military. I'm hoping for a better rucksack. And a pair of boots. That saved us some leather on the old boots. Now, this is the first time I've been down here since 1.295 dropped. Because this used to be an unofficial tier 3. Used to be able to pick up M16s in here on vanilla. Because they never quite got it right for loot. I imagine now they've sorted it. But I won't know till we get in there and have a look. Suppressor snow. Suppressor. Scope. NBC boots, only worn anywhere we can carry them. How big are they? That's where they're going. Everything else is needed. Actually, eat the fish. .45 ACP, didn't we have some of that? Yeah. Shotgun shells I don't want. Smoke I don't want. That tent we've done. So this tent next. There you go. DMR mag. 762. Battery gone. That across. That gone. DMR mag's more important. .277. Eat the other fish. My problem is I don't have any guns to fire any of this stuff. Thank you. But stop for an AK. Alright, I hear you, Zed. Where are you? You're there. Okay. Yep, I got that problem too. Thankfully, I got an 8. Yeah, you got the 416, which helped you. Don't want any of that. So this is not as good as it used to be. Don't want that. Huh. Sig MCX. Is that an MCX? It won't load it. Oh, that's a 277 and that's a M4. Well, that is a problem. We've got a lot of 5.56. We've got 20, 30, 40 rounds of 5.56, which this mag will take. Right then, we've upgraded to 5.56 then. Afternoon, Kermit. So, that's 277. And any of those 556? No. We have 2 more rounds there. Okay. Still need footwear, still need a rucksack. Ah, right. Next, arguably, we should be making our way there. Try for footwear and a rucksack there. This is just bloody loud, this Virtus. And not very accurate over distance, because I don't have a stock on it. But we did get another knife, didn't we, somewhere? Did we get another knife? I thought we picked one up. Yeah, it went into our salt boot. Okay. Gets you ready for the DMR. Yep. Well, there's now... So, in stock, all the weapons would spawn in ready to go with magazines on them, 100% guaranteed. Because of the specialist weapons on here. But what I did was I changed that from a 30% chance of spawning with anything, and then a 30% and below chance of spawning with attachments or magazines. So you still might get really lucky and get one weapon fully kitted with everything, but the chances are quite low. You're more likely to find a weapon on its own and a magazine elsewhere, which I think is better from a survival perspective. Oh, boots. We've got no chance of getting boots. We'll be wearing those NBC boots before we know it. We'll have no choice. We'll have to wear the NBC boots. That angle. Yeah. That's the trouble, isn't it? I've now forced everybody into this world of, if they're playing this private server, that they have to decide what they're going to do. Right. I know the crossbow is not amazing, but I know it saved my life more than this MCX will. And once I've run out of ammo, I'll probably throw the MCX away. Unless I can get more 5.56. I'm not yet ready to get rid of the crossbow. What I'm probably going to have to do is tweak the files, the loot files, so to take some things out of tier so they spawn all over the map. Not everything, but sewing kits, leather kits, jungle boots. Whichever boot I put into spawns pristine. Combat knife. And just have them military only without a tier. So they spawn all over military wherever. To give people a fighting chance. But you only learn these things when you play it. Hello, Mr. Fox. And we've not done badly, seeing this morning we spawned in here. Here. And we've come up across round. And we're now down here, going off track. Keep going off track. Need to go that direction. Welcome, Gurmit. Thank you. Massively appreciated, mate. If you look in the membership newsletters, you'll find the information about this server and the password if you wish to play it. And if you ever try and log in and can't log in, the reason behind it will be because I've changed the password, but any change of password will always go out in a newsletter to members only on the YouTube page. You have got, there's no groupings, so if you want to run with someone, then you'll need armbands and communication. You've got underground bases or rag building, no trader, raiding, build where you like. Basically, it's a don't be a dick server. That's about the only rule. Custom weapons, have you seen? And we've got lockers that can be raided. We've got a sewing machine that if you get it back to your base or you use it with a sewing kit, will repair your kit to pristine. We've got a cooker. Put the blue gas canister in and you can cook food to carry with you. And we've got a coffee machine that will make cups of coffee that will allow you to have unlimited stamina for a short amount of time. But it is harder zombies. Not impossible. You know what I'm like on my servers. Standard thing, need to find a map to have a map. Cars are in, boats are in limited amounts. Tiny flag. There is a quest server, a quest mod in, not Survivor Stories. Another one that works because Survivor Stories doesn't, unless you've got C++ knowledge to reprogram it. There's 30 missions. They all come with either... The rewards include either a box of nails and a code lock, or the ability of getting a box of nails and a code lock. So the rewards are all useful rewards. You'll need to get a radio and tune it in. It will give you a server message to tell you what channel to put it on. And there'll be a get from point A to point B, pick something up and drop it off at point C. And then you'll be rewarded with a loot. That's better. So if we go that way a little bit, we should miss out 89.5. There you go. I should put mine on, shouldn't I? So next time a mission kicks in, I'll get a notification. No sharing of passwords, obviously. But also no major rules. Build where you like. If you want to build your base inside a military camp, go ahead. Don't have a problem with it. You want to live in the middle of Northwest Airfield? Crack on. No sleeping bags. So when you're choosing somewhere to live, allow for the fact that you might have to get home. I chewed over the sleeping bags left, right and centre. I mean, the sleeping bags in. There we go. So get to grid 9951 13572. I'm not going for it. And it's gone. So I don't think it shows up on the map. So you need to find the grid using the X and Y, put an RV on it and get there. Yeah, but they're not spawn points, John. They aren't spawn points. All they are is if you put them down in your base and it will give you you'll heal faster. Yes. They're not spawn point sleeping bags. They're just a heal faster sleeping bag. With a little bit of storage. And that's fine. I want people that live up the map to know that if they die, they're not going to get home easily. It should be a challenge to get home. Which it is. Right, let's just pour some drink a second. Need to stay hydrated today. I didn't really drink enough yesterday. Give me a second, guys. Like a stupid goblin, I've spilt some juice. There we go. Job solved. I say solved, it's not really solved. Solved better than I thought. There we go. Problem solved. But I can make missions myself as well. Using this one where it's easy. I can just give a text and then I can give the coordinates and the game will spawn and do the work for me. So you might get some missions that will become looting related. That's bringing me in towards the airfield now, isn't it? Not the airfield, the mill. Which is good. I just don't have the time to write them at the moment, but I will over time. Do with a leather repair kit, that would solve our problems, wouldn't it? And I don't have the recipes on to make leather repair kits anymore. The only recipe we've got that's extra than vanilla is pliers to make nails from wire and rip up clothes with hands. This farm. Not really what I want. Now that we want. That is a heli crash. Okay, Kermit, enjoy. This is the right server for Kermit because you have to collect everything on this server just to stay alive. It's one of them. You need every item. Oh, for a rucksack. Oh, for a rucksack. And a pair of boots. Come on, game, you know you can do it. Or a box of 556. Or a blonde goblin smelling of gun oil. And also, by allowing underground bases, you can have a very covert base on here. You just need to have a flag above ground and below ground to make it work. But with tiny flag, that's not a major issue. Dragon off. Combat boots badly damaged, so boots aren't working then. 338 sniper. Gas mask. Commando. That off. That off for the moment. Right then, I need to take that. Scope off. Unload that mag. Actually, it's a 40 round mag. I need to load that mag. Okay. So it's jungle. I need to unload that. Get rid of that. Take that mag out. Put that down. Unload. No, unload that mag. Unload that one. The worn one's better, isn't it? Load that mag fully. We'll get there at the end. Take the commando. It won't take that mag. That's annoying. So take the commando, unload that. Bin that off. Load the extra round in there then. Take the SIG. Put the DMR in. Scope back on. A rucksack. Take that. How many rounds? 17. That's good. DMR 556. Nothing else in there. Nope. Take the SVD mag. Another helicopter crash. Throw away the crossbow now. Another helicopter crash somewhere. Yeah, but that's a vanilla backpack. Can't use it up because it's inside the backpack. Good. Or will it? No, because it won't switch across. Okay. Right, get clear. And then sort this gat out. Let's do a bit of a jiggery pokery. That one on the floor. That one on the floor. Mag off. That one on the floor. Let's unload that one. I still prefer that, even though I don't have the attachments for it. That's damaged. That's damaged. I wonder if it will take that and that. Only because... No, it won't. That's fine. Sig on my back. Actually, Sig will sit inside there. Right, Sig mag there. Load. Unload that and put 2 more rounds in there. Was it 10 rounds in that thing? 10 in that thing, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dragon off on back. Dragon off, mag off. Spare battery. We don't have. Scope on there. Take that one out. Still got an aiming point, that's fine. Switch that to fully auto. Best scope in the game in vanilla. It actually works correctly with the graticals. It came from armor. So that's that done. DMR. G3. Get rid of the pistols now. They're not important anymore. Actually, we'll keep that there and there. Okay, I think we're good to go. We are there. Need to go back that way. Yeah. The reason I'm not setting an RV is in case I die, and then I'm stuck with an RV on the map on the screen, whether I like it or not. Be on for about another half an hour, guys, and then I'm going to have some food. I might be on later, I might not. I don't know yet. I wish there was a way of when you died, it would wipe your server markers. But because they're held locally on your PC, not on the server, that's why it can't be done. $134 views though for a stream. Happy with that. Been good averages today, guys. Thanks for everyone watching. Massively appreciated. Thanks for being here. SVD Dragunov. Beautiful weapon. Now if we follow this railway track, it'll take us into the train yard and the military's next to it. Now, do we... We have that one. So if we put that up there, stick that and that in there. Drink that one fully. And turn it into a suppressor. There we go. That works. Then spare bandages down here. Tetra there. Knives are there, that's fine. So if I bring food across to here and mags and ammo, it freezes up a massive amounts of space just in normal shit. Spare boots. Now will that go on the outside? No. Certainly a server where running with more than 2 guns is at some point becomes a liability. Spare pair of gloves. No code lock. Working truck. That policeman. Must be a police incident nearby. Or it's me that's changed the spawns. Be one of the two. Cow. Netting. Yeah, I'm feeling quite hungry, so sausage and chips tonight then. Is that just a broom? Yarp. Should be that direction because of those trees there. Ah, yeah, it is. Okay. So, we're after a pair of jungle boots. That's what we're after. And a cross bag, let's be honest. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what the use of it is. I mean, I even understand why we got teddy bears in the game, because you can put things inside them, inside your pockets, and it protects them. So if you get shot, the teddy bear takes the damage, not the item inside. So I get it. I don't like them, but I've left them in case anybody wants to have a collection of them in their base. Okay, so the military's up there. So it's the industrial we need to hit. Because it's the industrials that are more likely to have what we need. Which is the leather repair kit. And switch to the MCX. MCX? Yeah, SIG. Take an MRE. Oh, my character needs to sleep soon. That's not good. MRE. I know, it's a box of cereal. It's just rebranded. It's like every locker in the game is a sea chest. They've just given it more slots, chosen what can be put inside, added attachment slots. But they are all just sea chests. So we'll have that now because we can knock in nails with that. Any surviving users acknowledged by complete the tasking. New military operations, secure comms. Priority recovery order follows. Objective, recover the field transceiver from the objective area. Grid 236571 6571 3120. 3120. Recover the medical military kit. Drop-off coordinates will be transmitted server-wide after pickup. I really want to get in that blue tin. Come on, my pretty. What have we got that's ruined? Pico. That's the reason we're getting badly damaged all the time. Condition. Worn. That's good. Really slow days, guys. Quicker nights, but done on purpose. Because MVGs will be a godsend. Long days that are slow, short, quick nights. A working Humvee. Oh, it's not working, obviously. It's missing various useful items. Better. Wouldn't go that far. Smith and Bender. My dad used to have Smith and Bender scopes on his rifles. I realise this is going to be a challenge. Bison. Yeah. Pristine combat knife. Oh, that's not fair. The 7.62 one, 300 black one, yeah. 300 black with a built-in suppressor. It's only warm. Mine is damaged. That's better. Right, we now need to exit. This might be a challenge. Shed's looking good. Just a chocolate bar then. Wrong way. Cross bag, thank you. Yeah, I realise I need to sleep. Not quite sure where. I also need to log out, so because I need to go off and have some food. But it's not been a bad run for 3 hours. Good shout, mate. Right, guys, thanks for watching. As I said, I might be back on later. I'll probably be on tomorrow. Thanks for the 155 of you that have viewed. Thanks, Gurmit, for the membership. That's massively appreciated. Enjoy the server. John, and the others, thanks for the chat and keeping me occupied for the last 3 hours. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss,